My name is Link, yes, I'm the savior of our world. I killed off Ganondorf and even got the girl. But now I'm stuck with someone different for my bride. Thus was the downfall of the great hero of time. I'll tell you my sad story now, and fight the urge to cry. The story I call my inner life.
Hey everybody, it's Caleb, and I'm a girl.
And I'm Mr. and I am a guy.
Back again with more bad fanfiction theater. And, so yeah, just so you know, I'm a girl.
Yes, and I'm a dude. The reason why we're pointing this out is that it seems to be consistently confused between people.
Well, I know at least one person was for sure confused about which one of us was Hushijo. and it seems like maybe some other people might be, just in case you're mistaking one for the other. I'm the girl. So if I'm the monotone person that you don't like very much, please let me know. Because it's helpful for you to actually point out which one you think is the woman and which one you think is the man. Because that actually helps us do a better show.
Yeah, but if you're going to be an arsehole about it, just fuck off. So, know to be friendly and to be constructive if you're going to have criticism, because we aren't getting paid for this. You're not throwing money at us or anything like that. We're doing this for fun and out of the goodness of our hearts. So, and of course because the devil has condemned us to it.
And she's currently pissed at me because I took her to the vet.
Yes.
So last we left off, we were going off to the water temple to find Dark Link, I believe. So for those following along, it's just me and Hushicho this time. I know. I'd have the cat read, but Her Highness is currently sitting on her throne of skulls, planning my death for taking her to the vet. We are starting at the encounter, so let's begin. The encounter. Grabbing my bow and my...
Wait. No, it says grabbling.
Grabbling my bow and my 9 phoenix circles and Link equipped with the Master Sword. Wait.
I think that's a footnote, but I don't really care to read it. So.
I'll read it for shits and giggles. Let me actually copy paste and put in a new thingy. Paste and go and scroll down. The Phoenix Circles are one form of charm. A charm is a round weapon, kind of like a sword, only in the form of a circle.
Oh wow! She's misspelled chakram as chakam.
Yeah.
And she even misspelled Xena.
Okay, I just want to say, execute program Xena Warrior Princess's weapon. The Chakarm has a blade curvature in the shape of a crescent moon with a round hilt. No, that's not actually what they look like. With a round hilt on one side. The Phoenix Circles in this story, its blade is lined with all different kinds of valuable gems, because that's practical for a weapon, instead of a decorative item, and the symbol of the Phoenix, which I'm sure makes sense in the Zelda universe.
Yeah, because there are a lot of phoenixes in the Zelda universe. I remember so many of them.
Well, there might be in Skyward Sword, but I haven't seen that one yet, so... Okay, going back.
Although, since this was done just
2000.
after Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword wouldn't have even come into the matter.
Yeah. Well, I was just stating, there might be one in Skyward Sword, but this was 14 years ago, so...
Yeah.
Okay, grabbling my bow and my Phoenix Circles And Link, equipped with the Master Sword, I kissed Link, said a few words to Ruto, then Link, and I headed for Lake Hyrulean and the Water Temple. That sentence needs some structure. Like,
it needs a break.
Yeah, and it also needs proper thought process. We went to the stable to grab our horses. Since Epona was carrying, I saddled Star Dancer and Link saddled Midnight Star.
Since Epona was carrying what?
Think we mean a baby, but because remember they decided to breed like another horse.
Oh yeah, the breeding fetish, yes.
Yes, yeah. I saddled Star Dancer and Link saddled Midnight Star because I'm so clever with my names that I gave both my horses a name with Star in them. That's not going to get confusing at all.
Yeah, and the names sound either like something from an 80s animated feature on Saturday or strippers today. Take your choice.
Mounting our horses, oh my. We left the sanctuary of our house. Your horses are kept in your house? And made our way through the blinding snow. The storm had kicked up again. It was very cold and the snow knee-deep. Knee-deep to you or knee-deep to the horses?
That's what I'm wondering.
The wind whipped our cloaks around as we pushed onward. You know, I don't think anybody should be traveling in this. I don't even think your horses are capable of traveling in this. Granted, I don't know much about horses. Around as we pushed onward. Visibility was next to nothing. I could barely see Link in front of me. Jenna, are you okay? Question mark, explanation point. Explanation point, I don't care.
Potato.
Link yelled over the howling wind. Then how could you hear him? So far, I'm okay, but I can barely see anything in front of me. If you're behind him and the wind is blowing, your voice is not going to be carried to him. It'd be easier for him to turn around and talk to you than for you to talk to him. Anyway, I yelled back, just follow the sound of my voice, smiled up, because that makes sense.
What?
Yes. Just follow the sound of his voice, and you'll always be guided in the right direction.
Oh, Jenna. You daffy
very
bitch.
Special. Oh, very special, Jenna. The paste is not food. I will help guide you. Listening to Link's voice,
listing.
Oh, listening to Link's voice, I was able to find him. We kept a steady pace, pushing through the deep, wet snow. I wrapped my now damp cloak around me, trying to stay warm. Well, that's going to be impossible if it's damp.
Oh, good grief. After some time, we finally came to the fences leading to Lake Hylia. By this time, the storm had died down so visibility was much better. Link made Midnight Star come to a complete stop, causing snow to kick up behind the stallion.
Normally you would just say, Link had Midnight Star halt.
Yeah, causing snow to kick up behind the stallion's powerful hooves. Why would it kick up if you were bringing the horse to a stop? Why would that happen?
I don't know. Maybe the horse shits snow?
That's the likely an explanation as we're going to get. Pulling back on the reins, Star Dancer came to a complete stop. Yes, we're using that exact same phrase again. Mm-hmm. To a complete stop just a few feet behind Link.
Clearly, because you're following Link.
Also, should you be right behind Link? I mean, horses do poop, and they don't really have a way to not do that.
Well, I guess she's supposed to be still on her horse, so I guess the other horse would step in horse poop, but whatever.
Why did we stop, I questioned. Do you need to know? He's the one who's in control. He's the one who's leading this whole expedition. It's not you, Jenna. Despite your ego, it's not all about you.
Well, I don't know. I think that's a valid question. We stopped. Why did we stop? Are we here? Or is something, up in front of us that I can't see?
We need to jump these fences. But with the snow as deep as it is, I know that Midnight Star can make the jump, but do you think your mare Wait, was that Link saying that? Also, why would it be any different between them? How would he even know that? He's only ridden Epona up until now.
He wouldn't. But I guess
Looking
he
down
realizes that maybe the horse that Jenna's on is as special as she is. I mean, I shouldn't say things like that, but, like, I just can't get over how dumb Jenna is.
Jenna is ambitiously stupid. Let us just put it that way. She is ambitiously stupid. Looking down at my mare, reusing that exact phrase, I patted her on the head and stroked her mane. I have full confidence in her, Link. She can make the jump. Well, it doesn't... you having confidence in something is irrelevant. Can she make the jump or can't she? Saying you believe in the horse doesn't mean that she's going to be able to do it. Then let's go, Link yelled.
Because that makes sense. I'm concerned that your horse can't make it, which might be bad if she can't, and you fall over and the horse falls on you, because you could break your arm, your leg. The horse could land on you and crush you. The horse could break something.
Yeah, being stranded in the middle of nowhere with a horse that cannot walk, or someone who is actually seriously injured, is not going to be very good for you, because someone's going to die.
Yeah.
As many times in this story, Jenna has this flagrant disregard for the fact that, you can't call an ambulance and have them, trot out there and help you in this sort of situation. She doesn't seem to understand that this sort of thing doesn't exist. It's like when she was traveling back and forth to the lost woods when she was pregnant and just staying out there, bumfuck away from everyone, and those lovely guardian fairies that do absolutely nothing except drink and smoke.
And have sex.
Lesbian sex, yeah.
Backing up his horse, Link prepared for the jump. When he had enough distance, he booted the horse in the legs. What a dick.
No! You don't boot a horse in the legs!
We don't actually know anything about horses.
Apparently.
In the legs and ran toward the fences guarding the lake. They wouldn't be guarding the lake. It's a fence. With a kicking up of snow, the black stallion flew gracefully over the fences, leaving a trail of mist behind him.
Oop, lentils.
What?
I said oop, lentils.
Bringing the horse to a stop on the other side of the fences. It's just a fence. Just say a fence. It's not fences, it's fence.
You could even just say on the other side, even.
Yeah. He looked at me. Now you make the jump. Nodding, I backed up my mare and prepared for the jump. When I had enough distance between the fences and the fence and your horse, I booted my horse in the legs, good job, and bolted toward the fences.
Jenna, you are an asshole.
Yes.
Let me just restate that.
Just before I reached the fences, a cloud of snow kicked up behind my horse's powerful hooves as she made the rough jump over the fences.
That's an awkward phrasing, too.
Yeah.
It makes it seem like a cloud just manifested itself and your horse was propelled over the fence. You could just say that... I don't know, you could say it a lot better than
Magic MacGuffin her horse over fences. Link then took off in front of me and called for me to follow. He didn't check to make sure you cleared it first. He watched you jump over it and then just took off. Did not care about you or the horse.
Oh,
Good job.
Can you blame him, though? Can you blame him?
No, not really.
I'd probably be like, yeah, just follow my voice in the snow and then say nothing else and ride off at top speed into the white.
Called for me to follow. I watched as the lake slowly became visible. When we reached the bank of Lake Hylia, we were shocked at what we saw. Pulling our horses to a complete stop, I exchanged glances with Link. The lake is frozen over! Well, no, duh. How are we supposed to get inside now? I said as we dismounted.
Didn't you bring your invitation? I thought you knew the bouncer.
Well, when your bouncer is Sledgehammer, that's not a good time. It doesn't matter if you have an invitation. He's going to show up and fuck your day up. Pulling out his bow, Link knocked an arrow of fire. Isn't that supposed to be knotted?
No, it is knocked. Knocked is when you put the arrow in and ready it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could tell what I know about archery.
It's alright. It's one of the only things that she's actually got right, so you were right to be suspicious, because usually she fucks it up completely.
Link knocked an arrow of fire and shot it at the lake. Steam rose up as the fire melted the ice beneath its fiery ring. Granted, these are magic fire arrows, but wouldn't he need to shoot many of these to melt probably ice that is many inches thick?
Also, if you just had one fire arrow and you were firing it into, like, solid ice in the middle of a blizzard, that wouldn't melt anything. That's just not possible. You would have to have, like, a napalm arrow. Like, seriously, there's no way you can do that with just a single arrow on fire. It is impossible. And it certainly couldn't have melted the entire lake from one arrow.
Steam rose up from the fire, rose up as the fire melted the ice beneath its fiery rage. Ooh, it's ragey. It's upset, so it melted the ice.
Oh, I guess we can start melting ice once we get done with this story.
The things we learn by reading Minor Life. Well, Link, you're full of surprises. That's the wrong door. I said with it envoy?
Envoy?
Well, I about said envoy, which it isn't any different from envoy, but whatever.
Who is this envoy? Who is this other person?
Well, apparently we started watching Full Metal Alchemist, but Envy doesn't have an O in his name.
Yes, well, an envoy is like a...
Yes, I know.
Yes, so... Now, who is this envoy? Who is this mysterious other person that's just popped up? They'll probably disappear as quickly as they showed up, but...
Link smiled, then knocked a few more arrows and shot them, one by one, into the ice, creating a hole in the ice. I don't think that's how that works. Now we can get inside. Wait, Link inquired. Now we can get inside, Link inquired. That was not a question, that was a statement.
You should be sure, Link. Don't ask a question when you're telling someone to get inside a lake that's freezing over.
And if that is a question, that period should not be there. That should be a question mark. Now we can get inside? Link inquired. Wait a second, Link. Isn't the door to the temple under the water? Link nodded. How do you suppose we are going to get in there? Well,
We just fucking told you!
The door is under the water.
I'm sorry, give me just a second.
Okay.
I was putting on some socks because my feet got cold. I thought I would have enough time. All right.
Well, I can get this smaller paragraph.
No, it's all right. Walking back over to his horse, Link reached into his saddlebags and pulled something out of it. The saddlebags are plural.
Mm-hmm.
Turning back to me, he threw a blue-looking tunic at me. Put that on.
Wait, then what's Link gonna use?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of wondering. It allows its wearer to breath under the water.
I didn't hear that first part of the sentence.
Oh, sorry. That's the Zora tunic. It allows its wearer to breath under the water. I looked down at the tunic in my hands, wondering if it would really work. Why are you questioning this? Like, why on earth would you even question that?
Oh, I love the next line.
Are you sure it's going to fit me?
What the fuck does that matter? What does that matter? Just put it on. Either you're going to go...
Put it on and shut up.
Either you're going to go down there and help your husband, or you're going to go back home and take care of your kid like you should be.
Seriously, like, he didn't even want you to come, and he was right not to want you to come. Don't put up more challenges. Looking back at me, his eyes seemed to glow. Oh yes, I'd forgotten about that. His eyes always glow. Because apparently he's possessed. Don't worry, my love, it will. Looking back down at it one more time, I took it and slipped it on over my dress. Then I walked over to Link just as he finished putting his on. So he has two.
I guess.
When did he get an extra Zora tunic? Like, who gave it to him?
He secretly slept with Ruto, and she gave it to him.
Things that would have been better than what we actually saw in the story. You know, it would be nice to actually... But we've talked about this, you know, that she never focuses or develops anything that would be interesting. She just describes it as happening, or we can presume it happened. But all the minutiae that we don't give a fuck about, she painstakingly takes the time to detail out, and oh my god, just... Ugh.
Okay, I'll go. Now the entrance is at the bottom. The only way to get down... The only way to get down...
weren't we doing the,
Yeah, the Valley Girl for What's-Her-Face, but I'm lazy and I'm just going to do silly voices when I feel like it. Because Blue's not here. Now the entrance is at the bottom. The only way to get down there is with the iron boot. Iron what? I asked with curiosity in my voice. Well, no shit.
Oh, damn it!
The iron boots are made of iron to help the wearer to be heavy enough to walk on lake bottoms. And
oh, shit!
Oh, amazing! You never cease to surprise me, Link, my love. I said with a little giggle. Now, let's see. I don't know who's reading this.
Giggles always sound like cackles, though.
Now, since there is only one pair, you'll have to hang on to me. I don't know what accent I'm doing now.
Yes, of course she'll have to hang on to him, because we couldn't conveniently have an extra pair of iron boots as well.
You couldn't think of, like, maybe she should have a snorkel or something, or maybe she should be the one to wear the blue tunic while Link holds his breath or something, because he's going to put on the iron boots or whatever. We did not think about what we were writing. We just wrote.
And we certainly did not revise.
Yes. Now, since there is only one pair, you'll have to hang on to me or you will just float back to the surface. Because you couldn't swim down.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not exactly how swimming works, but,
Nodding, I watched as Link equip the iron boots. He didn't equip them, he put them on. You equipped the sword. When he was ready, I grabbed onto his arm and we made our way into the lake. The boots made a loud clopping sound.
Clopping noise? Why would it make a clopping sound?
Well, I would think it would make a very heavy footstep sound instead of like a horse sound, but... That doesn't sound like clopping at all.
Well, it was close enough on my end.
The boots made a loud clopping sound as we descended to the lake's bottom. Walking on the bottom of the lake made me feel a little uneasy, but I had confidence in my husband's abilities. That you haven't shown at all, because you demanded to go with him.
You have no confidence in your husband's abilities because you're constantly questioning him at every single moment.
Mm-hmm. When we reached the temple's gate, I looked up at the blood-red jewel sitting above the entrance. A slight shiver went down my spine as I stared at the ghoulish-looking thing. Hugging onto Link, we descended into the temple. As we walked further into the eerie temple, a wash of uneasiness ran over me. It is a temple! Why would it be scary? I mean, granted, it's a dungeon in the game and you fight monsters and stuff in it, but it's a temple. Link purified it, supposedly, by beating the boss, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't anything wrong with it until monsters inhabited it after, you know, the whole place was basically ruined. So, I mean, the temple itself should not be eerie or weird or anything like that.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be a temple. It
Yes.
would just be like a dungeon or something. It'd be a place of evil, not of good things. Let's see. Where do we go from here? I said as I held onto Link tightly. Yes, like your scared little girl. I'm not sure, but my best guess is that we should head for the strange room.
Right, because
that strange room.
Because you didn't have a map or anything, you know, and you've never been here before or anything like that. God forbid.
Link might not remember 100% exactly how the place is laid out, but it should be at least familiar to him.
It should be familiar, and he had a friggin' map.
Yes.
So,
maybe he lost it, you know, during all these years and days of looking.
Maybe he sent it through the mail.
Well, it got lost in someone's ass, probably.
As we descended deeper into the water temple, I started to feel as if someone was watching us.
Somebody's
Link.
watching me. I got
And I
no
have no
privacy.
privacy. Link, do you feel as if we're being watched? Yeah, I feel it. I also feel a presence as well. Sort of the same damn thing.
Yes. I'm like, what do you think that phrase means, you dumb?
His hair, I can feel it. Feeling my cat-like instincts. Oh, go fuck yourself.
Oh, did you know that?
I forgot about that too.
It's something I didn't actually pay attention to because I just have a link for this story, so I don't go through her actual site. But if you click on the link for her, if you go to her site and then click on the link for her fanfictions, in the background behind her logo for her pin name, you'll see a tiger in the background. And I'm like, okay, look, dude, I love cats probably just as much as you, but when I'm reading about sex or something going on, I don't need to know that you're into cats like that. You know, give the proper warning.
Well, and it's not like it would have been better if she had actually presented herself as some sort of like cat person or something like that, because then there would be a reason. But there's no reason. She's just some bumfuck human in Hyrule who, and it makes it seem kind of sad that even in her fantasy world, even in her dream, all she can do is sort of coyly refer to it. Like, seriously, it's your friggin' fantasy. Go wild. Why do you have to put all this shit in here that doesn't even make any sense? It's just like the whole royal family thing. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're going to write a story and you're going to be as good as a member of the royal family, why don't just have yourself be a member of the royal family instead of always fucking around with nothing? Poop, 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 poop.
Everybody poops.
We'll have a point in this story where something happens. She goes into a room or something, and you hear that you hear a scream, and then someone says, "There's pee everywhere." Actually, that could be part of the story that's already happened.
There's pee and shit everywhere.
I raised my head up and sniffed the air.
Well, this story is very good at helping us make jokes.
You're right, I smell something foul.
That's the wrong foul.
Chicken?
That's
waterfowl
not
of some sort?
That is not Virgil. You don't get to use that word there.
He's close, I said, lowering my head. Closer than you think. Closer and then you think. No, she never thinks.
Nope.
That's the correction I will have to make here. A sneering voice called from within the temple.
Did Dark Link ever talk?
Nope.
I didn't think he did.
Just like Link never talked.
I don't even know anything a whole lot about Legend of Zelda, and even I know that.
Yes. I jumped at the sound of the through, wrong through. She used the right through earlier, but not now.
So I want to say something. So we're implying that whenever Dark Link is close, he smells foul. He smells like chicken. So does that mean he's a chicken?
He's a cuckoo! He's one of the cuckoos. He's been enchanted by Ganon's evil magic or something. So that we have totally explained. And Dark Link. Oh my god. Come out and show yourself. I know you're here, Link yelled as he unfastened his...
Did you actually finish that entire sentence?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. I can read it again.
Yes, please.
If you like.
Yes, please, just to make sure.
I jumped at the sound of the eerie... We wouldn't want to miss any of this scintillating tale. At the eerie voice echoing through, wrong through the corridors. Come out and show yourself. I know you're here, Link yelled as he unfastened his sword in his sheath. Why would he have his sword still fastened if he was in a hostile environment?
What? Well, okay, so I guess you don't need your sword attached to you because it's still in its sheath. The wording is questionable, and it makes it sound like he unbuckled where his sword fits onto his back. But he still hasn't drawn the sword.
Yeah, I think what she's referring to is that some sheaths have like a little snap that they can fasten, but that's I don't think his does actually.
No, from what I understand, he just pulls it out.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't have anything like that, but so the hero of time, I'm making air quotes, has returned to challenge me.
This would be the only time that drama quotes would be appropriate because it's supposed to be a villain being snarky.
Yeah, not someone misdecorating a cake or something. So the hero of time has returned to challenge me. The sneering voice called again. Oh my god. This next sentence, it's like, could you just... She used the right your earlier. I don't think she ever uses the right than, but you're more of a fool than I thought. Or wrong word.
Yes.
I've begun, here we go again, to shake as the sneering voice continued to vibrate through, wrong through again. You know how to use the word through! You know the proper word through! Why are you using it like this?
We don't care. They're filled to fucks his burden.
I'm so done!
Should I take over?
No, it's alright. The temple's corridors. Fool! You're the fool! Why won't... Wait, no. Why won't you show yourself? Link screamed. This was all in one block. You don't know who's saying any of it. Link screamed as he unsheathed the Master Sword. Just then we heard a shuffling sound behind us. Was somebody tap dancing?
I guess.
Then the next thing I knew, I was struck from behind and then all went black. Okay.
You weren't watching your husband's back. You were just clinging to him like a scared little girl.
Why are you even coming along on this? You're useless. You're worse than useless. You're getting
entirely pointless is what we are.
Like, how pathetic do you have to be? You got snuck up on, probably by something stupid like a redead or a like or something, and knocked out?
When I awoke, I noticed I was lying on the floor, bound hand and foot with rope.
Please tell me this is not some other kink of hers that she's trying to work into the story in a not so subtle or clever way.
We'll see. Looking around the room, I saw Link sitting next to me, bound as well. I tried to tug at my bonds, which should tighten them instead of loosening them, but it seemed no matter how hard I tried, the bonds seemed to tighten. No shit, Sherlock, that's just what I said. It's no use, Jenna. I've already tried, Link said in a faltering tone?
Yeah.
Okay. It seems that we are prisoner for my mirror self. You are so right, called the sneering voice again. Just then, a figure appeared in the doorway to the room. So, the hero of time is now my prisoner.
And also the bimbo of breeding.
How long... Oh, but he's still talking. How long I have awaited this day, the day when I would get revenge on my counterpart.
That should be one word, because otherwise it seems like it's a party placed on a countertop.
I watched as the shadowy figure moved forward, revealing an exact copy of Link. Although the copy was darker, wearing a small black tunic and hat. Well, I guess you could call that a hat. It's more like a cap, but anyway. And those blood-red eyes shone with pure evil. Is that shown correct?
It is actually correct.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay. As he approached Link, the look of him made me shiver in fear. Why are you afraid? You fought off bandits and thieves. You said so. When you were going to Hyrule, you said that the thieves tried to attack your cart, and you attacked them with bow and arrow.
Yeah. And this guy just looks basically like a dark version of Link.
Yes.
He's not that scary.
What are you going to do with us? Link said, with hatred in his voice. What
How
are you going to do with us?
You motherfucker!
What are you going to do with us, you motherfuckers? Link said with hatred in his voice. I haven't decided what I want to do with you yet.
Please tell me this doesn't turn into a threesome. Tell me this does turn into a threesome.
I don't know, so I can't tell you if it does or not.
This is the least desirable menage a trois that I have ever thought of in my life.
Then he glanced over at me, his blood-red eyes piercing into my soul. You don't have a soul.
Yeah,
You're
really.
evil. But I think I have plans for that beautiful wife of yours.
Please, kill her. Kill her. Just go ahead and kill her.
It's probably not going to be death. It's probably going to be something else.
Please do it, please. I don't even want to. Flames!
Flames
Burning
of eternal crimson, burning.
The sides of my face.
Just fire, just intense flames. I don't remember how that goes.
It was flames burning up the sides of my face. While Martin Mull desperately tries to corpse in the background because he's starting to laugh.
The mirror image said with amusement in his voice, "Oh, by the way, call me Dark Link." I totally did.
Why would he even say that? That's a dumb name. It's a completely utilitarian name. He would just call himself Link.
Probably.
That would be like...
Or he might have his own name for himself, not just what everybody else calls him.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, you
yeah.
could, like, do something a little bit clever. Maybe just reverse the spelling of Link and have him, let's see, mix up the letters of Link.
Yeah.
So he'll be like Kennel, or something like that.
Neil, whatever. But yeah, so a little bit of creativity would be welcome here, but then that's too much to ask, I'm afraid. Just then Dark Link strode over and bent down beside me, switching tenses for some reason. Such a beautiful creature. Can we stop shoveling it on so thick, please, Jenna? Everybody is not in love with you. You're not great.
Also,
you're horrible.
But the only thing we do get correct is that she is a creature. She is not human, she's a creature.
She is a creature of some sort, yes. I just... what the hell?
There's a lot of hell to be had.
Yes, there is. Yeah, many a true word is spoken in jest.
I was jesting?
Well, halfway. He said as he put his hand under my chin, lifting my head up to face him. I shot him a look of hate. I have plans for you, sweet thing. I got plans for you, sweet thing.
We should just give him a hillbilly accent instead of the kind of whiny voice I was trying to
do. I was trying to do a sassy, girly voice, but like a drag queen or something. I got plans for you, sweet thing.
Oh, now I'm thinking Dr. Frankenfurter.
Let's rip it up, boys.
So instead of wearing like a black tunic or whatever, he's just dressed up in lingerie. Lingerie. Caleb's specialty of lingerie.
It's lingerie.
Sexy lingerie for that
sexy lingerie for that time. Dark Link said as he ran his hands seductively down the side of my face.
That wouldn't be seductively, it'd be suggestively, probably.
And also, he ran his hands down the side of your face. So he put both hands on one side of your face and ran them down.
Mm-hmm.
That is not suggestive or seductive. That is really, really awkward. What the hell are you talking about?
What the hell are you talking about, you
motherfuckers? I looked up at him. His red eyes seemed to glow with an evil desire. Oh, I have special plans for you. You will soon find out. He began to laugh, a laugh so hideous that it made my skin crawl. How is it so hideous that it made... What, did he, like, take a poop in the middle of it? What? How is it hideous? Describe why it's hideous. Why is it so scary? Laughter isn't really that scary. Realizing what he meant. Well, care to share it with the rest of us? My eyes grew as big as saucers. I doubt that. I want nothing to do with you in that manor. What manor? A manor house. I thought we were in a temple.
It secretly has a place for living quarters.
I guess he has his own estate in the water temple.
Why not? Everything else seems to live there. I mean, it's got all kinds of monsters and stuff, so why not?
I cried as I spat in his face. How do you do that when you're underwater?
I don't think the inside of the temple's underwater. I think it's...
Isn't it?
I wouldn't think all of it is.
How?
Well, I'm not sure.
How do you get an underwater temple that isn't filled with water?
Well, I'm not saying it wouldn't have any water in it at all, but I would imagine not...
I don't remember. It's been so long since I played the game, but it seems awfully odd that a temple at the bottom of a lake would somehow not have, water all over the place. I don't understand, but Jenna probably just doesn't care, so... I cried as I spat in his face. You bitch, you'll pay for that. Oh, no. You bet you'll pay for that.
You bitch.
You bitch. I'm living for this line because it's about time someone finally called Jenna on her bullshit. Whipping the spit from his face, he backhanded me, leaving a stinging sensation on my cheek. Yes, Dark Link! Pimp slap the bitch! Yes!
He's secretly working with Ruto. That's the whole reason Ruto showed up and told them to go there. Our heroes, ladies and gentlemen.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
It is a Dark Link that dresses like Dr. Frankenfurter.
Oh, that's marvelous. If only that were really the story, this would be such a better story.
Anybody feel free to write that.
Yeah, it can't be worse than this. How dare you hit my wife, Link screamed.
Wouldn't he be, yelling angrily instead of just screaming?
Well, it seems they're in no condition to do anything about it, Dark Link said with humor. With humor? That's awkward. Then the dark being faced me again. I'll be back for you real soon.
Honey.
running his hand... My Valley Girl voice and my gay queen sort of voice is kind of similar, but
it's okay. I apparently for this story, I have lost touch with my inner Valley girl, so it is okay.
Well, we've lost a lot of things in this story. There's been a tremendous loss with
our pride, any form of recovering happiness, salvation,
our dignity.
Even Ganon was like, "Look, I'm done with Labyrinth. I'm not coming back for this story. You're just sorry, but no." You know, he whipped out his cell by and was just like,
yeah, but
no.
Running his hand down the side of my face again, he smiled, then got up and strode to the door. "Now don't think of trying to escape," he said with a smirk, then walked out.
Well, why would you... Of course she's going to try and escape, and even think about escaping. That's stupid. Why would you say that? I mean, I understand we're supposed to be some kind of cocky villain, but really? Whatever.
Maybe just trying to bait her. Maybe he just completely allowed...
He's got elaborate traps set up that Jenna couldn't possibly solve, and especially with Link out of the picture, and she's going to end up setting them off, and it's going to kill her a lot.
Yes!
Yay!
Yay! Oh, hope springs eternal. It's almost tragic, but...
Dark Link, because of this author, I know you will fail me, but I can only hope.
Yes,
I can only hope. Dark Link, you're my only hope. I looked over at Link. What are we going to do? I don't know. He took my sword and I cannot break the bonds.
Yeah, you don't have any other gadgets or any tools or anything like that.
I love that. Link has no clue how to save himself. He is totally helpless once somebody ties him up. Remember this, villains. Remember this. It seems we're at Dirt Link's mercy. Wrong word. That's not how you spell that. Link said it as his face faltered. I don't think he had a very stoic face or anything like that. Anyway. "I will not concede to defeat," I cried as I twisted forward. Excuse me. "I don't want to either, my love, but I am at a loss on what to do, because you couldn't try to actually, escape your bonds. You wouldn't have carried, an extra knife or something on you.
Yeah,
or,
there'd be no way.
What about your freaking guardian fairies that should be with you?"
and also, Link is just only the hero of time and everything and went through this huge ordeal. Surely he has no ability to get himself out of a tough situation like this. He has no ability to think of any sort of plan or escape way or anything like that. No, he's just the hero of time. Let's all turn to Jenna, because obviously she's the one that we want to turn to in our time of need.
Mm-hmm. I also want to say that Jenna was knocked out, but Link, well, I mean, granted, she was right on top of him, so he probably didn't get a chance to defend himself, but he had his sword out. He could have easily, and he, instead of Jenna, he should have easily been able to sense that they were about to get ambushed from behind.
Yeah, and something else that kind of bothers me is that, if the place was filled with water, then she would have had to have been clinging to him, which she was when they went in. I mean, it even said that she was clinging to him. So she would have still had to be clinging to him, and when she was knocked out, she would have just floated up to the top of the room. Just... like a big Jenna-shaped lump that she is.
Not like the log she is.
And we mean log as in turd.
I was beginning to grow concerned. The thought of what...
Just now.
Yes. The thought of what hideous things Dark Link might do to me sent shivers up my spine. Why is there a comma there?
Also, how could it be more hideous than what you've done to yourself already?
And your husband, and the people around you.
Seriously.
As well as your kids, and any friends you might have had that you don't have now.
She has done the most heinous things to people, and she's worried about Dark Link doing something worse to her? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, look, other characters can probably be raped and stuff, but not her. Heaven forbid something horrible happens to her.
Yeah, well, if it happens to her, she'll fetishize it.
Yeah. I tried to tug my bonds again, but to no avail. I was beginning to think that all hope was lost. Then a glint of something shiny caught my eye. Because of course it's Jenna. Always Jenna that gets the idea to save everybody.